Hey Narwhals, I'm your host Luke Narwhal, and today we'll be reading some weight loss stories from my website. If you have a weight loss story or a post you'd like to submit to be featured on the channel, just go to lukenarwhal.com/submit. The link is below. You can just share your thoughts on anything to do with weight loss in that post, and if your post is selected, you'll be featured on the channel and receive a small gift. Once again, the link is below. And if you haven't yet, be sure to tap that subscribe button for more weight loss stories just like this. I didn't know how much better life could be. Hi Luke, love the channel and the new submit feature. I would like to share my story, even though, in my opinion, it's pretty average. In December 2019, I weighed in at a heartbreaking 245 pounds. I had no idea. I was 20 at the time, and a few months earlier when I got my driver's license, I had put the weight down as 190 pounds, because in my head, there couldn't be any way I was heavier than that. So 245 was a shock. A BMI of 41, putting me in the obese class 3 category, was a shock. I needed to change. I wasn't sleeping well, wasn't eating well, a bag of family-sized chips a day, 3 Starbucks fraps a week, and no idea of what healthy eating looked like. I wasn't able to go upstairs without being out of breath. I couldn't even go out with friends due to my anxiety around my body. I needed to change. I decided to give myself 1 month. I would give myself a month and do everything right, and then if it didn't work, it didn't work. I would just give up and live life fat. So during that month, December, I ate salads. I exercised in my house, no equipment, 20 minutes a day. I cut out soda and I added tea. I made sure I was doing everything I could. It was a little bland, but by January, I was 235 pounds, my first 10 pounds down. And the best feeling in the world, knowing that you can change your life. And that moment threw my entire future into a new direction, no joke. So my month of trying was up. I was into the next year of doing. I learned how to cook. I bought a book on Chinese cooking and watched countless YouTube videos. I learned how to make healthy, satisfying, and delicious meals. I stopped drinking. I let myself drink maybe once a month at special events and holidays. I think I dropped 10 pounds from not drinking alone. I drank so much water. I exercised more and more, not so much for weight loss, but to feel my body getting stronger. I exercised to feel myself change and get comfortable in my skin. I started meditating, making sure that I was appreciating myself, and making sure to forgive myself for how many bad things I used to think, for how bad my self-esteem was, for how I neglected self-care. And I pampered myself, learning how to use makeup. By April, I was out of the 200s and into the 190s. The last few months have been pretty average. Weight loss slowed, then picked back up. I plateaued. It wasn't the end of the world. I kept pushing through with the help of my family and partner. And me wanting to lose weight has encouraged other people in my life to lose weight too, and just be healthier in general. I'm so proud of all of them and myself for getting into shape and managing our lives through the pandemic. I am mentally more stable than I was last year. I am able to go out in public, and while I still have bad anxiety, I don't feel the need to literally hide my body. I'm more outgoing, and people reciprocate that. To anyone just starting, don't worry. You just need to put one foot in front of the other. If you mess up and eat too much one day or eat something bad another, don't punish yourself. You're a human. Your wants change from day to day. After a while, you stop craving bad foods. You start to realize that being satiated and full is nicer than a burger that makes you want to throw up a few hours after you've eaten it. I can't even drink soda anymore, it's too sugary. And when I do eat a piece of cake, I can eat it slowly, wait a few minutes, and then realize I don't want a second or third slice. And giving myself time between portions and really listening to how hungry my body is has been a huge change. I used to just eat until the pan was clean. I would eat 3 to 4 portions and think it was one. But now I can eat until I'm actually full and then go about my day. I've lost 88 pounds so far, going from 245 to 158, hopefully going to get down another 30 in the next few months. I don't feel like I've done anything extraordinary, I just feel like I finally started valuing myself. I put my mental health and my physical health above my cravings. I realized that I have a body worth paying attention to, and I need to love myself in order to be healthy. I hope this story helps some people. I hope you have a nice day. Sorry for the rambly, all over the place story. I hope to submit again one day. How I developed a healthy relationship with food and my body. I originally posted this on the subreddit r/losernarwhals, but the channel update brought me here. I think it is a great change and wish for everyone to be at the place I am with food. My journey is as follows. I'm an 18-year-old female, 80 kilos, 176 pounds, and 5'6" tall. I am not obese, but definitely am overweight. And I only just discovered Luke Narwhal's YouTube channel and have binge watched about a gazillion videos already. While I love his content, I might have some of my experiences to share with you which might just push you to develop the same healthy relationship with food as me. A lot of what I say might sound like the classic fitness is a lifestyle or it's all about the mindset kind of stuff we are so used to hearing, but bear with me a little here. 1. I was a regular binge eater. My deteriorating mental health did not help with that at all. But the thing that really screwed me over was the constant "I am so fat" reminder I kept giving myself. I hated myself every time I binged and would eat some more just to feel good about the food in my mouth for just a couple of seconds. And this is pretty common for anyone who has a problem with binge eating. It's a vicious cycle. What really helped me after years of a food addiction was that I stopped restricting myself. Contradicting, I know, but hear me out. The thing about food that made me feel good was the taste, its texture, the release of endorphins in those seconds. What clicked for me was that why did I have to eat an entire pizza to enjoy the taste and feel good about it when just one single piece or 2 or even 3 could do the same thing? I can still taste it, I can still savor it, and I won't have to cry myself to sleep because of how disgusting I felt. The key was, even if I overate, I always restricted just a little bit. If I wanted to eat the whole pizza, I ate everything but 1 slice. Also works if you're eating 3 pizzas instead of 1. Regardless of how many calories I had just consumed, I felt good about the fact that I stopped myself from that 1 slice. And this felt better than the few seconds of pizza in my mouth. This way, there were no forbidden foods that lured me into it more. I still ate anything and everything I wanted. This developed into being able to say no to absolutely anything without thinking that I missed out on something. I just genuinely did not want to eat it. Also, I can now just eat a bit of something and be happy because I tasted it and move on. Or I can taste a cookie and then think about it forever because of how good it was and then go eat however many I want. But unlike before, there is no guilt and shame associated with doing this now. So more often than not, I can be satisfied with just 2 cookies and really intrinsically not want any more. This still feels foreign for me from time to time, but feels good every time. I now only eat when I'm hungry. Cravings are almost non-existent, and I haven't binged in a very long time. Do I still overeat? Oh, for sure, but never on the same things as I did before. And now I sometimes overeat on my favorite hummus, couscous, and feta salad. And 2, empathy. All I had to do was have more empathy for myself. Every time I binged, I said to myself, it's okay, you messed up this one time, and just this once didn't make you gain enough weight to look worse. Pick yourself back up. And this was me in the initial stages of trying to lose weight. It was not as effective as the previous point because of the reasons I was doing it, as I will explain in the next point, but it certainly did help me to be kinder to myself. And 3, the most, and I cannot emphasize this enough, important aspect of leading a healthier life is just that. And do what you have to do to live healthier, and not just to lose weight. I have tried to lose weight on and off for 5 years now. Every time that I tried, it did work, but I always went back to my old ways and put all the weight back on. And nothing I had done before this was sustainable. I hated dieting, hated counting calories, hated exercising, and always just kept pushing myself to do it till I reached a certain weight and eventually couldn't bring myself to give a crap anymore. As soon as I started viewing my body as this beautiful thing that helps me do everything I want and helps me see what is beautiful in this world, I can automatically eat healthy. I now love homemade meals, and I love how I feel after I eat a healthy meal. I am always very excited to work out, to explore how far I can push this vessel of mine. I love biking and going on long walks, even if I'm tired. I said in the beginning of this post that I am 80 kilos, 176 pounds, but that was the case the last time I weighed myself, like 3 months ago. I know I have lost weight since then. My clothes are looser, but I actually have no idea what my weight is right now. I really feel no need to know and no need to obsess over the number on the scale anymore. I know I will be losing more weight in the months to come, but I really don't need to know how much. I feel healthier, I'm sleeping better, I'm doing better in university when I'm not constantly thinking about food, and I like how I look in my clothes. And that's all that matters to me. I understand this might not be the case for some people and those who require frequent weight checks for medical reasons, but not keeping tabs on your weight is certainly a choice. If you feel like progress motivates you even more, go for it, my G. And this is already quite a long post, so I will wrap up by saying that this mindset and overcoming my food addiction has been a year-long process for me. It really does take quite a lot of time. You will constantly slip up before getting there. I know I certainly did. But what's crucial is that you at least give yourself the chance to slip up, and the only way to do that is to just start. Start slow, but start right now, from the very next meal. And trust me, the freedom that you get from having this addiction lifted off of you is so heavenly. I always wanted to be one of those people who gives this kind of advice, and never ever thought I'd be here though. If I can do it, so can you. And keep going, my warriors. And that brings us to the end of the video, narwhals. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more weight loss stories just like this. Also, if you didn't hear, going forward, the featured narwhals of the day will unfortunately have to be retired, and this is just to help sure that all the content featured on the channel is meant to be here, and it's really required to make sure there's no problems on the channel in the long term. And once again, if you have a weight loss story or post you'd like to share to be featured on the channel, and just go to lukenarwhal.com/submit and just fill out the form on that page. And if your post is selected, you'll be featured here on the channel, and plus you'll receive a small gift as thanks. You can submit absolutely anything you want to do with weight loss, from a struggle that you're dealing with, a success or victory that you had, weight loss tips for others, and just getting something off your chest, or what you've learned about weight loss, or absolutely anything else to do with weight loss. And just go to lukenarwhal.com/submit. The link is in the description below. Also, don't forget, our new merch shop is live. The link is also in the description below. And this has been your host, Luke Narwhal, and until next time, have a good one, narwhals.